Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of En-Syte. I'm your host, Steven, joined always by two of my favorite people, Dre Shay. How y'all doing?
Hello.
What's cracking, fam? What's cracking, fam?
And
What's the deal?
happy New Year. This first episode of 2021, we here. We in the building. One time for the one time. So hopefully everyone brought it in. Hopefully everybody brought in the New Year safely. Hopefully everybody brought it in with, people you care about, people that you love and everything of that good nature. Hopefully everybody is here. And hopefully this is a step in the right direction for a whole new year for a lot of us. So.
Most def. Your fam, can I say something before we get to it, man?
Have at it.
Yeah. 2020. We lost a lot of people. Our whole lives changed. But the one thing 2020 taught us to be self-resilient to ourselves. It taught us to know one thing, that you are special to yourself. I want to hope that you took the time to reflect and better you as the person that you should be. You ain't got time to prove shit to nobody else. Prove it to yourself. Love you. Love you. Better you. 2021 is all about betterment, happiness, and fun. Let's do this. I'm sorry about that, but let's do it.
Good. Ain't nothing there. Hey, man, never apologize for the things you say, man. Never apologize for the things you say. So, again, what's up, Diamond Bell? How you doing, sweetie? So, hopefully everybody brought in the new year well. Hopefully everybody brought it in safely. And even though it is 2021, the shit from 2020 is still here. So, please still be safe out there. Still be careful out there. All right. So, I want to say it was a week ago, 2 weeks ago, it was me and Dre was on because Shay was at work. So we had this topic talk about improving versus changing. And we had a fair amount of feedback, but that fair amount of feedback came from men. It came from all of the males, like Brother Nate and everybody like that. But we barely had any female participation in this one. So
I feel like this setup.
No, actually, it's not a setup, baby girl. What it actually is that we just bought it we bought it from one angle.
Okay.
And the one thing that me and Steve both saying as the show was going on, he's like, man, we would really like to have some female feedback on this.
Okay.
Yes.
Or ladies feedback, women feedback, other gender feedback instead of a male perspective.
Okay.
And so that's what we're trying to really do.
Okay.
So this was more so this particular episode is about.
Go ahead, I apologize.
No, you're all good. But that's what this particular episode is more so about. Like me and Dre may chime in from things that we said from the previous episode or hint on some things that you all are just saying for the first time that we're just hearing and we want to understand. But more so this right here is from the woman's point of view in terms of improving your partner versus changing your partner. Now, I know that me and Dre a week or so ago, we were talking about this and we basically broke it down, the difference between improving versus changing. But if you are new to this, we're going to go ahead and break it down again. Now, to change something does not always mean it is for the better. We already know this. You can change a baby's diaper, but if you put on another dirty diaper, that doesn't mean it's for the better. That is true. So we already know that not all changes are good changes. So we're going to establish that right now. But improvements to certain things or certain aspects is completely different. You're improving something to make it better. Even though improvements are, in a sense, changes, there are changes in the right direction to better something or to better someone. So basically,
in other words,
go ahead.
I'm sorry. In other words, how Stephen is saying it is this: when you're looking at the improvement of something, it's improving that person as well as yourself, and it's improving towards that goal and making that person a better person. Unlike if it's something that you just don't like about this person and you want to just change this person just for something that you like about the person.
Exactly.
And it might be, and that change may be detrimental to that person a little bit later on. That person may hold some kind of grudge against you about, I don't even like doing this shit, but I did it because of you.
Yep.
But who says that change that you're trying to make into this person is better? It's for the betterment of that person. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You can just be changing You could just like, oh, I don't like the way that motherfucker walk. Change your walk. But you don't know that brother might got 3 corns, got a bad ankle or something like that. But that's the reason that brother walked the way he walks. I'll just use that. That's just the simplest version of me that I can use or something like that. But that's what I'm going. That's what we're going with the whole situation.
Okay. Okay.
So just
whoever's out there besides Diamond, hey Diamond, hello, how you doing? I don't know who else is out there. Hey y'all, what's up with you? What's up? How y'all doing? Welcome to En-Syte.
So yeah,
talk to us, Shabo.
So that's the general breakdown of improvement versus changing right now. So that's what we talking about right now. So we would like to know basically from what do you have so far, Shay, from what you've gathered from what we just said in the first few minutes.
Okay. So what I gathered is, first off, I gathered the understanding of changing versus improving.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you said changing is not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah.
Understood. I think it's fair. And improving. Happy New Year, Miss Green. Improving. You guys are speaking more so from a positive standpoint of improving.
Yes.
I get it. My take on this particular subject is, sorry to say the word, I don't like neither word. I don't like improving and I don't like changing.
Okay.
I like the word evolve.
Okay.
Okay, because that's what most people do when they're with each other, when they're with one another. Either you're growing or you're evolving.
I can see that.
Yeah. Also, I feel like at the end of the day, nobody can't change anyone. Only person that can change is the person individually, and that's up to them. That's if they decide to want to change, whether it be for the better or for the worse.
Okay, I gotta disagree with you on that one right there. Gotta disagree with you right there real quick, because some people do change certain things about themselves for another person, whether the fact that they really want to change them or not. There's some people who make changes.
Just to please that person.
Huh? Oh, okay. I don't know what he said because he kind of like went in and out for me. So people do make changes to themselves or even change a little bit of their lifestyle for someone else. Even though they don't want to make that change, they'll do it for that person because that person may have asked them to. Like say for instance, there's a distance issue. And you're like, well, you know what? It'd probably be nicer if you moved closer. So, okay, I'm like, okay, I make plans and now I've moved closer. Now I've made this change in my life that I didn't want to make, didn't need to make, but I made it for you. So there's sometimes a person can make a person change something based off of quote unquote how they feel.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely agree on that one. That we're definitely going to do.
You said agree to disagree because you cut
yeah,
out.
we're gonna agree to disagree on that one.
Gotcha.
Because at the end of the day, the decision still was made by that person to change, no matter what the motive was.
Okay. So I can see you agree to
we're
disagree on that one. Yeah, no, I can see you agree to disagree on that one. Okay, cool.
Now when it comes to improving, it depends on what angle you want to take the word improving. Because like Russell tends to be a devil's advocate when it comes to wordplay.
Yes.
Improving doesn't necessarily mean that they were improving for the good.
Okay.
That's like a serial killer. He's been a serial killer. He's covering his tracks. He's improving to become a better serial killer. But at the end of the day, him improving is something bad. Like, he got better at killing. You see what I'm saying with that?
That is a good point. That is a very good point in terms of that.
Or that's like a cheater, getting better at cheating. Like, that improvement is not necessarily a good improvement.
So it's basically dealt on the aspect of whatever the situation is to make
yes,
whether the fact that the improvement is something good or something bad. Even though it is improvement, it doesn't always mean it's something positive.
Right.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because when a person evolves like a butterfly, like a caterpillar evolves into a butterfly. That is progression. That is not regression.
Mm-hmm.
They can't go from a butterfly back to a caterpillar.
True.
That's like impossible. So when it comes to moving forward in any situation in life in general, no matter what phase you are in, evolving is moving forward, period.
Yes. Yes, it is. Okay, so I can
That's
see your
evolution.
take on it.
Right.
I can definitely see that. Like changing basically improvement to evolving. So but would it be the same though, as you say, like how not all improvement is good improvement? Would that classify the same for evolving as well? That all evolution
I
is
like your perspective. I like your perspective. I wouldn't say you can't evolve. Can you evolve into something negative?
depending on the situation. You have to think about it. If you are normally a nice person and you are surrounded by all kinds of negative things and negative aspects, well, I guess that would be more so adaptation versus evolving. Put in that aspect. Okay, so
Mhm.
so let me see. Let me think of something different. Um, so say that you are like how you say with a caterpillar. The caterpillar would normally turn into a butterfly.
Mm-hmm.
So say for instance that there is a caterpillar out there that actually didn't turn into a butterfly. Let's just say it evolved into a moth based off of its surroundings. It evolved based off its surroundings. It's not really adaptation. It just evolved based on its surroundings due to the fact of what they're around. So you're not going to find a beautiful monarch butterfly in a very dangerous, like Amazonish forest. You're going to find butterflies that are more, I don't want to say vicious looking, but a little bit more terrifying looking because they are bred to blend into the environment. Huh?
Let's say drab looking.
You said drab. Wait, say that one more time.
Drab. Drab. They're not flourishing. They don't have the beautiful colors and the accents.
Yeah.
It's just a grayish or a blackish tone.
Yeah.
So
right.
So it's still a butterfly. It's still a butterfly, but it's a different type of one because it's going off of its environment. Yes. So even though it's evolved into what it's supposed to evolve into, does that mean that evolution was still good? If you get what I'm saying.
I would still stick with my answer. Yes, evolution, them evolving is good.
Okay.
The reason is because it went the next step that it was supposed to go to. It's a change. Brother Nate will always say, we have a role to play.
Yeah.
And the role is for that caterpillar not to stay a caterpillar.
Yes.
It's for it to evolve into a butterfly. So it still did what it was supposed to do. It evolved. It never stayed stagnant. It went to the next step. Just because something doesn't look beautiful doesn't necessarily mean that it's not beautiful. You have some artists out here that paint abstract art, and to other people, they will look at it and it is the most beautiful art in the world. Where other people be like, no, abstract art is ugly.
Yeah, true. This is true. So no, I just want to just know about it, like evolution from that standpoint. Is it all considered mostly good as compared to saying that all improvement isn't good? That's just what I want to know. All right, so
I would say because evolution is like the start of a new beginning.
Okay.
Everyone will love to start. What is the purpose of starting over? To get a fresh start, to prevent making mistakes or prevent making a lot of mistakes. That's the whole purpose of starting over.
Yeah, this is very true. So earlier back you said that a person can't make a person change. And even if a person made a change based off of another person's decision, they still made the decision to change. It was still their choice at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
So the person who basically put in the person's mind to say, make said change, is that more so an influence on the individual, or is that still the decision of the person that made the change?
Let me make sure I'm hearing this correctly. So you're
go ahead.
that the person pretty much dropped a bug in the main individual's mind to make this change. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. I would say that has an influence. But far as making the change itself, that still is upon that person. That's like me influencing you to marry somebody. But at the end of the day, what do you have to do? You have to go and buy that ring. You have to go and make this event as spontaneous and as spectacular as you want it to be. You're the one that have to verbally say those words. Will you marry me?
Yes.
That is all you. I can influence you to do whatever it is I can influence you on. But at the end of the day, it's still you, the person that has to make the ultimate decision. Because I can influence you and you still won't do it.
This is true. So if you influence me to do it and I still don't do it, is that still considered an influence because it never happened?
Yeah, that still would be considered an influence.
Okay.
Because I can say, hey.
Or is that just peer pressure?
No, that's like peer pressure is more so just a constant going at it, just a constant bearing down at it, as opposed to just like someone just saying like, hey, maybe you should go talk to that person. And they say it just one time and the person like, I'll think about it, or no, or they actually do it. Peer pressure is more so the constant, man, go talk to him, man. Just go.
Yeah, more that peer pressure is like a badgering concept to it.
Yeah. It's almost to the point of just complete and utter nagging, which is very irritating.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say like it's peer pressure. It's more so just that one little simple form of influence that's placed into somebody, just saying like, hey, go ahead and talk to him, see where it goes. And they'd be like, yeah, I'll think about it, and blah, 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 blah. And that person may never do it, or that person might do it. But it's still just that one little bit of influence that came from another person that maybe prompted the other person to make said decision, make said choice, make said change in their life. So those of you all that's still watching, hello everybody, how y'all doing? Hey, how y'all doing?
I was just about to say the same thing, man. Hey, Tracy, hey, Diamond. Who else is out there? Y'all still there? Hey, say hey to us. We're not going to bite.
I mean, like for real, like y'all already been a part. Y'all been a part of this show for I don't know how long, and y'all act like y'all can't say hi. It's a brand new year. It's 2021.
Right. Like we all three of us just did some sort of just waking up, like not too long ago.
You said we broke up?
No, I said some of us just did some sort of waking up for the show not too long ago.
Yeah, we all like literally like maybe like just before the show, all of us might have just woken up out of some form of sleep.
Right.
Like some form of sleep. I'm just like laying in the bed. My alarm went off and I'm like, I still laid there for like another 10 minutes.
Man, I was so out. I'm like, dang. All right, don't go back to sleep until we get this phone call started, man.
That's why I got like I was mad that I couldn't make the phone call. Like I'm mad I can't make the phone call. The little icon ain't there for me to make the video call. I'm like, what the hell's going on?
But, so what was the feedback from the guys? Like, I'm curious as to.
Goodness.
I mean, when it came,
I should have watched that today when I came home from work, man.
Okay.
I watched bits and pieces of it, but just to find out if this was the episode to talk about or not. But
because I know I know a lot of it. It was just me, you, and Nate, pretty much, wasn't it?
Mostly, yeah. So it's just like me, you, and Nate just basically chopping it up right there.
And because Nate was at the airport,
so it was more.
Nate
It was more.
that?
It was.
he was at the airport.
So it wasn't more so like how you were putting things, Shay. It was more so talking about how mainly most improvements, all improvements are good improvements. How all changes are not bad, but not all change is good. It basically led into that direction. But by you saying that, by you bringing up the growing and the and evolving evolution, it makes me think about it. I don't know if it makes anybody else think about it, but it makes me think about it in a different perspective. But right now, we got ourselves a little feedback from somebody. Hey, Diamondville, how you doing? So she says, so I believe that people do not change, they just grow. And in a relationship, sometimes you have to either lead by example to make a person progress or light a fire underneath their ass. In other words, apply a little pressure.
Okay, but with that being said, you're saying people just grow. So what are we growing for? Are we growing for something in your eyes, or are we growing for, or are we growing to better that person? You see, that's the biggest thing right there. Mm-hmm. Just because I see something that I want to see you do, does that mean that's best for you?
True.
Right.
Because a lot of times we can have our own little selfish things. But is that going to be the thing that's best for you in your growth?
That's very true.
Or not even the growth of our relationship. Because the biggest thing is this: inside our relationship, we both have to grow. True enough, we have to grow every single day. But I can light a little fire under you. But am I lighting the fire from a place of selfishness, or am I lighting the fire of a place of growth for both of us?
That is a good point.
So Tracy comes back, and sometimes you don't work either. They just want to stay stuck, and that's bad. Why in the world would you want to grow and evolve? I'm just saying. True enough, that's the biggest thing about a relationship, is that a lot of people don't set goals in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And also a goal, you need to set your goal, exceed your goal, and make other goals.
Yes.
You need to want to sit there and have conversations about what I need to work on better for me and where I want to be at within the next 3 weeks or the next 2 months. You should constantly want to set a goal personally and relationship wise. But let's make sure that the goals, let's make sure that the growth that we're making is going to help our relationship as well. Not just the one individual. And that we can sit there and support each other and grow together. That's just my opinion.
Which is really good, though. It's really good, though.
But I understand what you ladies are saying. I understand that, but what, Shavani? Come on now, what? No, I ain't seen you since Cabo, so
hold on, don't sit there and tell that story. You seen me after Cabo. Hold on. Okay.
13 seconds.
So it's time to play devil's advocate for the sake of the show. I love this. I love this.
Go ahead.
All right. Morally, we're talking about we're not gonna even use the words evolve and grow. We'll get back to that, okay? Because morally, everybody wants in the relationship, we want everyone to evolve together for the better, and we want everyone to grow together for the better, okay?
Facts.
Going back to what Dre mentioned, when he was like, so when it comes to us growing, evolving, improving, and changing, right? The $1 million question he asked was, what are we doing it for? Are we doing it for the better of you, or are we doing it for the better of the other person? What if we're doing it in the detriment of the person? Like, what if, for example, I want my significant other to digress, okay, for him to come down to my level?
All right, I got the perfect solution to that.
Have at that one, bro.
All right, then. For those who watch Power.
Okay, yeah, let's go. Let's
go back.
This y'all on your own.
Ghost walked in.
Mm-hmm.
He gave Tasha a receipt. And Tosh looked at the receipt. Tosh like, I didn't think you do much better than that. Ghost asked Tasha, what do you see me as? What do you see me as? What do you want to see me as? And she said, the biggest motherfucking dope dealer in New York. So everything that he was trying to do legitimize his life for the betterment of them. She didn't want that to happen.
Okay.
She wanted him to stay the same, that same dope dealing nigga, constantly. And that's why a lot of the times when you look at it, it's like you just said, digress.
Right.
She wanted him to stay the same, make that same amount of money that you was making selling drugs. Forget the club, forget about expanding your club, forget about legitimizing yourself. Let's just stay where we at, or just dumb it back down to somewhere where I'm more comfortable at.
Stay stagnant for her.
Exactly. So for her.
Okay.
Can't do that shit. Because we have to elevate. We have to continue to elevate. And we gotta want to know how to elevate. And if we don't, we need to read it. We need to come on the same wavelength or come together and let's say this is not working. It's not working, baby. Our communication sucks.
Yeah.
Damn, why are we still in the same financial situation and we working even more hours right now? We need to watch our spending. You know, what are we doing to grow together? What have you done to grow, baby? Have you read a book or two lately? I know I read one. Oh, you don't read? Let's get an Audible then. Let's sit back and let's do an Audible together. Let's find out what Bitcoin does. Let's find out what this does. Let's be market sharp, financially sharp. Let's look into some real estate. Oh, our credit ain't together. Okay, let's work on our credit together. Let's build it up. You know, everything about change or improving or evolving is going to be for the betterment of you. And then also you can make that for the betterment of the person that you're with. It's like, I'm not going to ask you to do anything that I'm not going to do for myself. What the hell you did, Steve?
Y'all froze for a minute. Y'all didn't realize, but y'all was froze for like a good 5-6 seconds.
Fresh YouTube, and then we seen you in the shell like on your shoulder.
Yeah, I kind of just moved the mouse over to see if it kind of like, you know, kind of force refresh without actually refreshing the screen. So that's how.
But did y'all hear what I said?
Yeah, we heard every word. We heard every word. Everything could be heard, but it's just like both of y'all literally froze. I'm like, I had to see if Shay was frozen too, because she was already just in a pose anyway, where she wasn't moving anyway because she was listening to you.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Tracy says,
I appreciate that.
Thank you, Dre. Preaching.
I mean, but that's how we have to look at a whole bunch of things when it comes to a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everything is not about financial to do better. It's about, okay, your health. It's also about your emotional and mental stability.
Yes.
Or maybe we need to read this book because you're stressing on some things. We can talk this out together and find out where it is. Baby, I found this book that maybe we can read together that can help you, that can help us do better. Because I see you stressing on some things right now. Maybe I can't tell you how to handle the stress, but maybe we can read this together and find out how we both can cope with it.
Facts, for real. Again, facts.
I mean, the thing is that we have to learn how to, when we say betterment, improving, evolving, changing, we need to look at what we're trying to change about that person, and what the benefit is. Not to benefit us, but we're going to help benefit the partner that we're with. That's what it is. And like sometimes you do need a little pressure. Sometimes you do need someone to give you to give that little push, or to be that little edge to help you grow.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times, you know, people don't know how to do that. A lot of times people do it wrong. And you need that soldier that's gonna be right there. I'm not talking about ride or die. I'm talking about a soldier. Like, baby, let's go get this. Let's go get this. Baby, I see that, you know, lately that, you know, you seem kind of down. Maybe we do need to go talk to somebody. That's the evolve that I'm talking about. Seriously. But I may have went all off subject.
No, you
But
go off
that's what I
subject. You
meant with
talked. No, you did not go off subject. You literally talked about change and all. You literally, that's what you talked about. Things that's needed to be done in a relationship, changes that need to be done, improvements that need to be done for both
that's
people,
like,
for
you
both
know,
people to
that's
evolve
like,
together.
that's like, you know, we know Shay trying to accomplish something.
Yeah,
And you know, sometimes we lay back, you know, we let her have a little space.
of course.
But that doesn't mean that we ain't forgot what she need to be doing. That don't mean that, you know, when, hey, you need to talk about this. Where you at on this? You know, and the thing is, okay, what can we do to help you get to the point where you need to be for you?
Because we both know it's for the better improvement of herself.
There it is.
And see, here's another thing about it is, even though we talking about improvements and changes in your partner, you can also make improvements positive. Let me change that, positive improvements, because we don't want to, you know, be a better serial killer, like, you know, somebody implied earlier in the show. You know, to make,
or a serial cheater.
or serial cheater, yeah. So yeah, you can make these improvements. You can make these improvements to yourself to evolve yourself into a better version of yourself. I'm not gonna say by yourself. I'm not gonna say by yourself, but it can be done.
I mean, a lot of times when people say, "Well, I want to be better," you know, everybody want to be rich. I want to be rich. I want to be rich. I want to be rich. Okay, ain't nothing wrong with that. But me, I want to have enough money to do what I want to do when I want to do it, and purchase things I want to purchase when I want to purchase them. I ain't got to be rich.
No,
I'm just being honest.
no, you
I
don't.
ain't got to be rich.
So now when it comes to that, we have wealthy, we have rich, and we have comfortable.
That sounds like something for another episode.
Anyway,
So I get
so
what you're saying.
where would you by you saying you don't want to be rich, so we automatically know you don't want to be rich. It's either you want to be wealthy or comfortable.
I'll do. I'll do with the comfort.
No, you should always want to be wealthy. Reason why I say you should always want to be wealthy, because wealthy is a state of mind.
Mm-hmm.
You want to be healthy and wealthy. Okay? Wealthy pretty much fits into where you saying I don't want to be rich. I want to have enough money to where when I want to buy it, can't nobody tell me I can't buy it.
I got you. Okay, I answered that question wrong. I do apologize. I got you. See,
I knew she was gonna
you
go
brought
there.
it to me.
I
You
knew
brought
she.
it to me, right?
I knew she was gonna go there
I
though.
accept that.
That's why I stayed. That's why I stayed quiet on that question. I knew she was gonna go there.
And I accept that. But there you go.
Extra,
But see, but that's
extra
the
smart
thing
ass
is
woman.
that. What'd you say, brother?
Said extra smart ass woman.
But you know, a lot of times, you know, your partner, you have to know your partner, and you got to know how to push your partner to be better.
Yes.
Right.
And it's all about the support. It's about being. Your parents have been married for so long,
Man, I love it.
and your mom knows how to get the best out of your father,
Yes.
and your father knows how to get the best out of your mom.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And it's not a detriment to each other.
No.
Because at the end of the day, they only want to see one thing. They want to see the betterment of all of y'all.
Mm-hmm.
And, and it's not about, okay, I'm gonna set you up for failure. No.
Right.
Because sometimes you might change somebody, and you might set that motherfucker up for failure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you just need that little push, man. That little push that you know you can't get from nobody else but your partner. What up, bro? How you feel, man? What's going on, bro? How you be, man? Everything tight?
Yeah.
What up, bro, Nate?
To everyone that's watching, I love you guys like a lot. So everybody should have the mindset of wanting to be wealthy. Because when you wealthy, that means everybody behind you, your support system is solid mentally, physically, and emotionally. Okay. And you guys are financially stable. That's wealth. Wealth is all here. Like, because you don't want to be comfortable, right? And you spend so much time and energy on trying to get this money to where you got bad back, you got bad knees, you got bad feet, like when you wealthy, all of that, literally all of that, from head to toe, mentally is all intact. Like you in it to win it.
I got you, baby. Hey, side note.
Yep.
Bro, Nate, Steve, are y'all still full from last week, man?
Man, dude, I never even got full. It was good, but I never got full. Did not
Shay, I
get
hate
full.
that you did.
Jamie Foxx said it best. It's lonely at the top. Yes. Absolutely.
Shay, I hated that you was ill. You wasn't feeling good last week, Shay.
I hated that too. Like, I had a whole attitude.
Man, you would have loved it. You would have loved it. Knowing you like different types of meats, you would have loved it.
But that's how you supposed to. That's why he took his whole family with him. You supposed to. You are supposed to. It's a journey that you can't take alone. That's a journey that you can't take alone. You have to bring everybody with you. You got to have people who you trust that's going to grow and evolve with you. But also, the one thing that you can't take with you is a whole bunch of yes motherfuckers.
No.
Everything that you say,
individuals.
everything that you say, they agree with you. No, you need people to challenge you. You need people like, no, we ain't doing that shit. No, bro.
Yeah.
That's what you need. That's what you need around you. Seriously. I'm sorry, Shay.
Yeah. And going on what you said, instead of saying, "No, we not doing this," ask that $1 million 3-word question. Why?
No, fuck that. Why? No, we ain't doing it. Shit. Sometimes you gotta be direct because a lot of times motherfucker don't understand. So you need somebody that's gonna tell your ass no.
Really? Well, I get it. Like I said, I get it. But
I mean, because if it's gonna detriment what we're trying to accomplish, no, we're not doing it.
No.
I don't care. Yeah. No, we ain't doing that. It ain't no why behind. It's a no. And set your ass down with it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why you gotta have those type of people with you that you trust, that you respect, that will hear your words. And a lot of times, man, we a lot of people surround themselves with people that they don't trust their words. They just want to just follow behind whatever they say. Blind leading the blind. That's what I call it.
yeah.
That is true. That is very true. That is very, very true. But
so we have established that evolving and growing is a whole nother different level from improving and changing.
yes.
We will give the teenagers those phrases, improving and changing. Okay. But
I say the young adults too, the ones in the early 20s.
Yeah, we'll give them that. No, I wouldn't even say that, because for those that's in the early 20s, they would have some sort of idea of what evolving and growing is.
Okay. All right, I get that.
Yeah. They will give that. So I'll give that to pretty much the cutoff is 21. Bam. How about that?
Okay, cool.
21. Because by that time you 21, you felt like you done some things.
This is true.
So yeah.
That's true.
Okay, they said there's a reason why women and men are inherently different. We need each other. It's called balance.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's called balance. Okay? Balance. It's a reason why, politically speaking, and I'm going to say this politically correctly, is a reason why Lady Liberty have a weight in her hand Everything is supposed to be balanced. One way is not supposed to outweigh the other.
Who, the Statue of Liberty?
No, she meant
Lady
to say Lady.
Justice.
She meant to say Lady Justice.
Lady Justice, yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
swear.
How about going and say what Ice Cube said about the Statue of Liberty?
We're not gonna get into that. I know.
She ain't nothing but a lazy bitch. That's what Cube said.
Anyway, yeah, it's supposed to be a balance.
Yeah, because Lady Justice is not only holding a scale in terms of balance, but she's also blind. So everything's supposed to be equal, and it's supposed to be unseemly equal.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
this is what we're gonna do, okay? Because you guys are y'all are opening like a whole bunch of doors that I don't want to go into. Because if I go into, this video gonna get flagged.
Okay, yeah, we definitely don't need no flags. We definitely don't need no flags.
Ooh. And you know Nate ready for it too. Nate is ready.
Yeah, because
definitely don't need no flags on this video right now. Because I'm like, I ain't even we not even established well enough to get flags on here, but I don't want no flags.
Yeah, because let me tell you what kicked it off. The phrase is, women and men are inherently different. We need each other. Okay, that there.
Okay, hey, wait, you want to save that for another time then?
No, baby, I mean that. If I speak as to how I feel about that particular statement that he made, which has a lot of truth to it, from way back when we was born, from way back when our grandparents was born, from way back when our great, however many generations you care to go back, was born.
Okay.
You know? So yeah, you will get flagged. Trust me.
So it don't matter when we talk. It don't matter when it be talked about. I would get flagged.
Yes, you will get flagged.
God damn it! Because I actually want to see what you got to say about it. But okay, I was like risk. We're gonna risk not getting flagged, and have her hold her tongue, and probably never find out what she really has to say about this particular thing, because I actually want to know. But we don't want no flags. We don't want no strikes from YouTube, because YouTube be quick to drop. YouTube be quick to drop some strikes. Yeah. Especially if you're not one of the more famous people, they quick to drop some strikes on you.
Yeah. So he also said the opposite of thoughts is good. The big issue is we communicate and listen. Yes, I agree. We communicate and listen. Very different. Very different.
That's what some misunderstandings come in here and there.
Yeah.
A lot of misunderstandings come in.
Yeah, because like you say something one way, and then they say the exact same thing to you a completely different way, and you think like, wait, isn't that something I just said? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, even though it's both the same thing being said, it's just that two people saying it two completely different ways. It's because that's the way that they communicate. That's the way that particular person talks. That's the way that particular person lets out what they think, what they say, how they say it, when they say it, where they say it. That's something you cannot change in a person, for lack of a better word. And the same thing goes for the other person. If I can go and say like, it's a beautiful day outside, someone could probably say like, yeah, like someone else say like, this day is beautiful. I'm like, but I just said that. I'm like, it's the same fucking thing, just say it differently.
I'm gonna need you to give me another better example.
Okay. Okay. Basically, okay. I gotta put this. Basically, how people follow directions in terms of how to get from one location to the other. You have people who actually know their cardinal directions, and you have people who use landmarks. Like I can say, like, oh, you just go north for about 2 miles, and then you're gonna see a light. And once you get to Bridge Street, once you turn Bridge Street, go to the east, and you'll be there in like another 1.5 miles. You got someone say like, yeah, just go up to the McDonald's, take a left at the McDonald's, go straight down until you see the gas station on your right. Once you see that gas station on your right, I'm right across the street from you.
Damn, there you go. Look out now.
So it's the same thing being said, just completely different ways.
And that's where and what's so interesting. I'm so glad you said that. What's so interesting is this. they're both saying the same exact thing, different ways, but the argument comes in as to which way is the correct way.
Exactly. Like,
When
what are you talking about? Like, you like sitting there, what are you talking about? Like, what's east? Like, I don't know which way is east. I'm like, it's that way. So that's left. I'm like, it's east and left at the same time, currently, depending on where you at. So people need to understand, you do not always need to argue due to the fact of how someone says something. Try to
But
understand
also,
from that perspective.
also the thing is basic comprehension.
Yeah.
understand.
It's comprehending what that person is saying, and it's like you hearing it and you going about it a certain way. Like you can be saying something like, you know, you can say something, that person can take it totally left, and then you in a full-fledged argument, or somebody in their feelings about something that was already said.
Yeah.
So we need to be able to communicate a lot better than what we do as people inside a relationship, inside of friendships.
Yeah. It's not just about what is said. It's not just
about
how it's said either. It's not just that. It is about how you say it, but it's more so about how you comprehend it.
There you go.
So it's on both parties.
Yeah, from both sides. It's all depending on how you comprehend it.
Part that's speaking it's about their approach and what is being said and how it's being said. And for the other party, is how they are taking it in. Are they taking it in to give a rebuttal, to give a response, or are they actually taking it in to effectively listen, hear it, and understand it?
And hence why you should not always go with the whole fact of it always being a rebuttal, because sometimes a rebuttal might not need, a response might not be needed. But the one thing that's always going to be needed, regardless of whatever's being said, is understanding. That's always going to be something needed. Oh my God, damn it. I knew at some point in time we was going to say something that deal with the words, with songs and the music.
Just as much as women want men to understand them, you have to understand them.
Exactly. Okay? You have to understand each other, period, point blank. So it doesn't matter what's said, how said, when it's said, where it's said. I don't care if it's on the top. I don't care if it's on the top of a building or deep down in the cave. It don't matter where it's at, as long as you're understanding what is being said. And if for some reason you do not understand what's being said, don't get mad. Actually ask the person, well, what do you mean? Did I go out? Okay, yes, I went out. Hold on. Wait, everything's still working.
But we didn't hear you. We didn't hear shit you said, fam.
Wait, am I back?
Yeah, you back. We loud and clear.
Okay, there must have been one of those moments in times it just like cut out on. I'm like, I don't even know. I'm looking at the thing and it's still registering that freaking mic, because at the bottom of my YouTube there is a register of like 6 little dots that register my microphone. But no, it doesn't matter where you're at. Like you're on top of a building, you inside a deep cave. It doesn't matter wherever you at. Understanding what the person is saying, and if you don't understand them, rather than get mad, ask them, "What do you mean?"
Yeah, I always hit so what exactly are you saying here?
Yeah. So that way you have that understanding of like, okay, what do you mean? Like, well, I mean like such and such and such and such. Like, oh, okay, now I understand. Now I got the gist of what you're saying. Now we can carry on with the conversation. You know, that's basically what that is. Here's some point right there.
If it don't sit well with you, ask questions. Period. Point.
Yeah. If it don't,
that cuts down on a whole bunch of arguing later on. Ask simple questions.
Yes.
Find out. Talk to, break it all the way down.
Basically.
If I hit you with the baby, I need you to metaphorically take my hand like I'm a child and please thoroughly explain to me as to what you're doing. Like, they can't be mad at that if you asking them, hey, tell me what you're trying to say.
But they will be.
Because they don't know the only way by them getting mad if you asking them what you're trying to say is because 9 times out of 10, they don't know what they trying to say. And they don't want to say it. They don't want to be like, I don't know what I'm saying.
They just saying some shit.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah, they
Be
are.
like, nah, what you want me to take from this conversation so I can take with that. Like, I'm serious. Don't do that to me. First off, I don't want to take in more than what I don't want to take in more than what I'm supposed to. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to take in X, Y, and Z. I'm not taking in X, Y, and Z. You want me to take? Oh, take Y. Okay, I'm gonna take Y. You got X and what? You got X and Z.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Gotcha. Well, this was a nice revisit to this here on the topic. It wasn't too bad. We actually got a nice little understanding, that of what improving, changing, and even talked about growing and evolution, evolving.
Because adults do that. Adults evolve and grow.
Yes, which is very true.
Because
So,
most
go ahead.
like our ways
Mm-hmm.
to change. Because most of us look at change as bad. When you set in your ways, most of us be like, I'm not changing nothing about me. It's either take me or leave me. No, 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 no. Kind of attitude will get like,
But you hear that a lot. You do hear that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Especially when you're getting older.
yeah, absolutely.
And especially when you've been through some shit. This is me. I hate that. This is me. I ain't changed for no motherfucking body.
And
I bet you changed before for somebody though.
Right. You
But
see what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna say nothing about that.
That's the problem. That's the kicker right there. They changed so much, and it was never for the better. Otherwise, that wouldn't have never slid out their mouth.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't have that mentality of an adult. Because adults grow every day. Adults evolve every single day.
At least you're supposed to.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yes.
Man.
You're right. You're right. The word improving goes I don't like the word improving. It's good, but it takes me back to elementary school when you start off in like kindergarten. You be like, oh, your child has made huge improvement from knowing the colors to knowing how to spell the colors. Okay. You see what I'm saying? That's an improvement. That's for children.
Okay. All right. Put it that way, yeah, it does. Yeah, okay. I see what you mean by like leaving it to the teenagers up until 21.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So, like I said, this is a nice little revisit to this. It was nice to have the woman's side of this particular topic, as opposed to last time it was just me, you, and Brother Nate.
Yep.
So it's a little bit better. We had 3 women. We had Tracia, we had Tracia, Diamond Bell, and we had Shay. Of course. That gave us
popped in for a second.
Yeah, Brother Nate popped in for a good second. No, I'm just talking about the women that was here. I was talking about the women.
Most definitely.
That gave us their side of this particular topic, which I am greatly appreciative of.
And I love it when the ladies come in with something very substantial to say, of substance.
Yeah.
A lot, and we're not sitting here. A lot of times we do a lot of joking, have a lot of laughter going on. But when we can talk about grown folk things, real grown folk things, have real intellectual conversations, and we hear both sides, both points of view from both sides, and it makes it very entertaining. So thank you, ladies, for that.
Yeah. And all the time, like when you have the discussions like this, you're not always going to agree. Just like earlier on, me and Shay agreed to disagree. It's things like that are going to happen. Now, that's what people need to understand as well. When you have these types of discussions, you're not always going to agree with the person. You're not always going to side with the person, but y'all are going to understand that y'all both are grown. Y'all understand that both y'all have different perspectives of the same type of thing. And y'all both, as me and Shay, agreed to disagree and kept it moving.
But like be grown enough to accept that. Be grown enough to accept that.
And that's exactly what me and her did. So that's a prime example of it. So it's not saying that neither one of us is right and not saying neither one of us is wrong. It's just saying what we see it as. She see it from her perspective. I see it from mine. Plain and simple. That's what people need to understand in terms of that. That is also another form of evolving. You need to understand that you're not going to be right 100% of the time. No one ever is. When it comes down to you having discussions with somebody, that is not something that is factorial. People have opinions. Again, you can never be right or wrong about an opinion, but you need to understand that other people have other opinions outside of yours. Also, another form of evolving. So, with that being said, like I said, it was another great episode. I think we touched on a lot of good stuff in terms of this. Like I said, the women came through this time. I'm glad we wasn't just the dudes this time. So, I want to thank you all for showing up. Diamond Bell, Tracia, Brother Nate, appreciate it. Thank you all for showing up. Anybody else who was out there? Because I know we had some people out there that was watching but didn't want to say nothing. But it's okay. It's okay. We still love you. From the deepest recesses of our evolutionary hearts, we still love you.
So we lost you again, fam.
Oh, okay. I'll just wait. Okay, I'm just gonna wait and I'm just gonna like mutter little words and things like that until my audio kick back in. So just let me know when my words come back into the microphone.
We hear you.
Oh, y'all hear me? Okay, dang. Well, they didn't say nothing. Just let me talk all just crazy into the microphone. Shay, don't give me that look. You pixelated in a mug, but I can still see that look through their pixels.
Yeah, I noticed I am pixel.
Yeah, that normally happens like after your video freezes and it comes back. It comes back in like, oh my God, it's like first everything's like HD and then all of a sudden it's like back to 1080p. And like you can't even tell, like,
See, come back.
I just hate it. I just hate when that happens. But other than that, I want to thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for watching as always. We appreciate it. Dre, Shay, thank y'all for showing up as y'all normally do, as y'all always do. Appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Anything y'all want to say before we close out?
No, man, just loving your people, man. That's all I gotta say. Loving your people while you can. Life is short.
Hey, you guys, this is a brand new year. We have 12 brand new chapters to write. We have 365 chances to do whatever we want to do to better ourselves. If you grown, you better be evolving and growing. Okay? We don't improve and we don't change. We are adults.
Pixels don't start that black woman hand that wave. Pixels don't stop. You see that black woman hand wave, that black woman hand wave. Like you better evolve. You better evolve. You better. Use better. Okay, boo boo, you better evolve. Oh man, I was saying like this is another great episode. I love you all so much. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and get on up out of here. I gotta go, they gotta go, we all gotta go, we all got things we gotta do. Like Shay said, we got some chapters and some stories to write. It's day 5 already. Let's see if we can make them big. So you all have yourselves a beautiful night. I hope everybody. Oh God dang! I always jump the gun. I don't know why I do that lately.
Hey, we're here every Tuesday and Thursday at 5 p.m. That is Chicago time. So just come and hang out with us on Tuesday and Thursday. Hey, if you're new to this page right here, hit the subscribe button. Trust me. And also hit that notification bell, let you know when we're going live. We're here every week. Go ahead, Steven.
Yeah, everything that he just said, and plus, you all have yourselves a beautiful night. And remember, as always, stay insightful. Peace. Oh.